Hi there, welcome to High Vibe Tribe Tarot, where I interpret the cards to provide insight into your life. If you're new, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. Thank you so much for joining me today. Alrighty. Oh, and if you're looking for my other channels, you can find the links below. Alrighty, so let's jump right in and then remember to take what resonates, discard the rest. So, the energy that I'm picking up on today, the person that I feel like I'm speaking to today, is someone who is spiritually maturing, spiritually evolving, and becoming stronger and stronger because of your spiritual practice. I say that because we have this Emperor card here. This is someone who feels in their power. This is someone who knows what they're doing, knows where they're going. There's no confusion about anything. There's structure, and there's authority, and there's respect. And I feel like I'm speaking to someone who embodies this energy because of your relationship with your higher self or with God, higher intelligence, however you want to name it. You believe that there is something greater than yourself, higher than ego, and you communicate with it. You have a relationship with it. And because of this relationship, you move through life without any fear. You move through life with a type of intelligence and a type of wisdom that not many people have. There's something very rare about you, very special. There's something that's glowing from you. It's just like oozing out of you, and that is your spiritual evolution. It's your ascension. It's your faith. Some people, they don't understand you. You're misunderstood because you are so angelic. Most of the world moves from a space of selfishness or a space of, I'm getting all of these words like evil and neglect. But your heart is in a different place. I feel like I'm speaking to someone who puts God first, focuses on God most of the time, and as a result, I'm just seeing someone who's glowing. It feels like someone who is larger than life. But the thing is, you don't try to be. You're humble. You are above your ego. You are not ruled by your ego, and therefore you're able to get further. You're stronger. There are people who appear to be more successful than you, but they're looking at you with admiration. They don't understand. They don't understand how come you're so optimistic. They don't understand how come you're so compassionate. There's something very rare about you. And like I was saying, like most of the world, they operate from a place of fear, scarcity, selfishness, but you don't. You operate from a place of love, compassion, gratitude. So the decisions that you make are based on those values. And sometimes people can misunderstand you and feel like you may have ulterior motives, but you don't. And because you don't, they're left scratching their head. They don't understand how come you're so angelic? How come you're so kind? How come you're so loving? How come you're not out to I'm hearing out to get them. Like I think people are intimidated by your energy and they feel like your intentions are not pure, but then they see that your intentions are pure and they don't get it. So they're left with nothing but admiration. And it's kind of shocking because there's people who look up to you who you would never even guess that they're admiring you. And it's because of your character, it's because of your values, it's because of your spiritual practice, it's because you know who you are, you know where you come from, you know that. I'm also hearing starseed. So you may believe that you're not even from this planet. You could also be someone who connects with the stars, or you're into astrology or astronomy. I'm also getting NASA and astronauts as well. Maybe that's something that you're interested in, traveling outside of this earth because you feel like there's something more. I don't know. I feel like you're interested in traveling to Mars when that opportunity is available for you. But yeah, I'm also hearing 3D and 5D as well. So you operate just from a completely different dimension. Even though you're here physically, like your mind is always in the 5D. Your mind is always in a place that is not of this earth. And that's why I feel like I'm speaking to someone who is respected. But I'm also hearing that you may not even realize that you're respected. Because the way that you move through life is so powerful. You have these strong values and the strong character. And it's very inspirational to other people. But what I'm seeing with this Five of Swords here is that you may not have always been that way. You may not have always been very spiritual or maybe even very religious. Maybe in the past you were ruled by your ego, and maybe you had a spiritual awakening and you realized that it wasn't getting you very far. Maybe you never felt at peace or at ease in your heart or just in your environment. And you realize that it's because you didn't have a connection with God. You didn't have a connection with your spirit team or your ancestors, etc. And once you started building that relationship, you started to see how it was affecting your life in a positive way. You start to notice the synchronicities and the signs, and you start to see and understand that Spirit is always speaking to you. Spirit is always guiding you. Maybe you never listened to your intuition. Maybe you never believed in it. Maybe you were always more logical than intuitive, and now you're starting to see that you can trust your intuition. You're starting to understand the nuance and the subtle differences between fear speaking, your ego speaking, and when spirit is speaking, when your intuition is nudging you towards the right direction. You're starting to understand because you have this relationship with spirit, with the higher intelligence, with God, with source. And another cool thing with this Justice card here is that you've learned that you can relax, that you can let go and let God, because God takes care of your problems. God gets you through things. You're starting to learn that. Or maybe you've always known, but you're starting to lean on that idea a little bit more. You're understanding that God is your vindicator, your avenger. You don't even have to seek revenge on anyone. It's not necessary. You can live from a place of softness. You can trust yourself. You don't even have to trust others, I'm getting. But you do know that you are protected. And this is what's making you so powerful. You're coming across as someone who is very courageous. Someone who seems to know something that others don't know. People are looking at you and thinking, what does this person know that I don't know? How is this person so calm in this situation? How come this person is so optimistic? How come this person is so happy when everyone is running around like a chicken with their head cut off? That's the energy that you give off. You give off this angelic, peaceful, calm energy. People see you and they see serenity. People see you and they're like, I want that. I want to be like that. There's people who are looking at you thinking, but I have this, I have that. How come I'm not happy? You know what I mean? Like, there's people who may have been judging you in the past because you didn't have what they had. Maybe they even thought that they thought that they were better in some way, but you've proved differently. Like, you've proved that they're not better than you just because they have something that you don't have. And the beautiful part is that because you operate this way, because you believe in God, it's like you are God's messenger. You're like God's earth angel. You know that you're loved here on this earth. And I feel like you experience abundance, or you live from a place of abundance. So you feel like you are loved, and therefore you get more love. People love you. I'm also getting that there could be people who are like, they may think that they're more popular or more social, but they don't understand why. Maybe you have a small circle of friends, but your small circle of friends are so much more loving towards you than the other person's like hundreds of friends or something like that. And they don't understand. And that's because you operate from love, abundance. You don't have or believe in a lack of. You don't believe in, I'm hearing fear mongering. I don't know what that means, but that's what I'm getting. You don't believe, I keep wanting to say you don't believe in fear. And now I'm hearing fear. Sorry, two things came to me at once. Fear is evidence appearing, or false evidence appearing real. Fear is false evidence appearing real. And also I heard there's nothing to fear but fear itself. And I think you operate from that there's nothing to fear but fear itself. Also, I'm getting that you've been through the trenches. You've seen enough to know that you don't have to fear. You've experienced enough in life to know that you're always going to get back up. Everything's always going to work out. Things are always going to work out in your favor. There's always like a silver lining. There's always something positive in every situation. You understand that there is no lack unless you believe in it, or unless you look for it and pay attention to it. And if you're not operating from lack, if you don't believe in lack, that's not what you're going to experience in life. You experience abundance in life because you have this relationship with your higher self. So I feel kind of called to end. Oh, I didn't go over the Queen of Cups, the last card here. Well, I kind of explained it. So yeah, you operate from a place of compassion, from a place of love, and people love you because you have this huge heart. People can't get enough of you. I'm seeing pregnancy here. This woman here with her belly, there's something about you carrying a child or nurturing a child that, how do I say? It's almost like I'm getting Mary and Jesus. Like, there's something about your next child, or if you have a child or someone that you're nurturing. Maybe it's a foster kid, an adopted child, could be a child of your own, or a niece, a nephew. anyone that you, or maybe you could be in um, the Big Brother, Big Sister program. I'm not sure if that's still a thing. But there's someone around you a lot younger than you that you are inspiring. They're looking up to you, they're picking up on your energy. And there's something about this young person that will, it feels like they could change the world, or they're gonna have some sort of major influence or positive impact on the world because they learned from you, because you were their role model, because they learned love and compassion and gratitude and abundance from you. They are learning that there is no lack, that there is no reason to fear. And this child is growing into this, I'm seeing like a bright light. Like it's like a walking, glowing ball of light. It's like people who can read auras or read like people energetically, like that's what they're going to see when they see this person. And that's what they see when they see you. Okay, so now I'm feeling called to end this reading. That's going to be it for today. If you felt like this was your story, you can hit the like button to show the channel some support, comment down below, and subscribe for more. Thank you so much for stopping by. I truly appreciate you, and I hope to see you again next time. So until then, take care. Thank you. Bye-bye.